There's someone in your life, or there was. They've hurt you, clearly, repeatedly, in ways you could describe in detail. The problem is you still want something from them. Not revenge, not an apology, something harder to name. I need them to finally see me correctly, to acknowledge I was worth more than how they treated me. The person who diminished me to be the one who confirms I wasn't actually diminished. The more someone has hurt you, the more their approval feels like it would mean. Then you'd know for certain. Today, we're going to trace exactly why your brain works that way. What it learned, what it's still trying to solve, and what it actually takes to stop handing your self-worth to the person least likely to hold it. This isn't irrational. The pull toward validation from the person who hurt you is not weakness. It is not stupidity. It is not a failure to know your worth. It is the logical output of a specific psychological mechanism. In 1990, psychologist Martin Seligman published research on what he called explanatory style. When pain comes from a person we trusted, we don't just experience the hurt, we internalize the evaluation. The parent who withheld affection leaves the child with a question: is it because I'm not enough? The partner who dismisses leaves their person with a hypothesis: maybe they're right about me. It demands evidence, disconfirming evidence from the same source. The brain believes only the same variable that produced uncertainty can resolve it. If my parents' coldness made me question my worth, then their warmth is what will answer the question. The compliment from a stranger lands softly, affirmation from a friend dissolves. The nervous system does not consider them qualified witnesses. Only the person who hurt you feels like a credible source, and they know it, not always consciously. The specific neurological reason you can't stop seeking approval is they've become the most powerful dopamine source. Behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner discovered the intermittent schedule produces the most persistent behavior. A reward delivered every time produces easy satisfaction and easy extinction. A reward delivered randomly produces behavior that does not stop. The person who sometimes makes you feel seen and sometimes treats you like nothing. This is chemistry. Chemistry doesn't respond to logic. It responds to experience. New, repeated, convincing experience. There's a layer underneath the approval seeking. Underneath the need for acknowledgement and apology. Self-worth is not primarily an internal construction. It is built in mirrors, in the response of early significant others. If the mirror that formed you was distorted, then the reflection they gave you was wrong. But you didn't know that yet. You built your self-understanding on a distorted image. Getting them to finally validate you would not fix the mirror. The wound isn't the absence of their approval. The wound is that you needed theirs specifically to know your worth, and that wound can only be healed from inside. The approval-seeking loop maintains itself through unfinished emotional business. Your brain treats the question of your worth, left unanswered, as an open task, incomplete, requiring resolution. But some loops cannot be closed by the person who opened them. They withheld because of their own unmet needs. They cannot give you the verdict you're seeking. You've been petitioning the wrong court. The resolution is the decision that the loop can close without them. Stopping is not a decision you make once. It's a practice. First, name what you're actually seeking from them. Second, every time you feel the pull, ask yourself, what am I hoping happens here? What is the probability? Third, begin building alternative sources of the specific thing you are seeking. Find the people, the creative work, and finally, grieve the verdict that was never going to come from them. Grieve that the parent couldn't see you, because on the other side of that grief is the thing you've been trying to get from them all along, the knowledge that you are worth more than how they treated you. Not because they finally confirmed it, because you finally stopped needing them to. The people who hurt you are not the authorities on your worth. They never were. They felt like authorities because they were there first. But you are not small anymore, and the courtroom in your head, the one where they sit as judge, that courtroom is one you built. And you are the only one who can adjourn it. It means practicing, every time the pull comes. Choosing not to hand your self-definition to someone who has already shown you how they'll use it. in building that, one small act of self-trust at a time, is the actual work. The quiet, daily, deeply worthwhile work of becoming someone whose worth is no longer in anyone else's keeping. If this reached something real in you, share it with someone still waiting on a verdict from the wrong person. We'll see you in the next one.